So it's been 4 months since I became a registered counsellor and psychotherapist, and so far it has been slow. So do I regret it? No, I don't regret it. I think I'm still very fresh and new to the field. Because of that, I'm not in a place yet where I've started to reap the rewards of my hard work for the past like 4 to 7 years. And when I say 4 years, I'm talking specifically about the counselling degrees and diplomas. And then if I say 7 years, I'm including my undergraduate that I did for 3 years prior to that. I think at the moment, I'm very much enjoying having clients and seeing clients, but at the same time, I'm not reaping the rewards of it just yet to the point where I can say, yeah. So as a newly qualified therapist, like there are definitely some hardships I've faced. And one thing I've spoken about before a few times on this channel is the job market. And now that I am fully eligible to actually job hunt in this field, it definitely is not great. Like it's not a fantastic market at all. So since I've been registered, I have been applying for jobs, and so far nothing has come of it, not even an interview. And I think it's the same reasons that I kind of mentioned in those videos, where a lot of jobs are looking for people who are accredited. And sometimes they also want you to have like 2 or 3 years post qualification experience having worked in the industry, whether in private practice or within a company. That means I'd have to wait another 2 to 3 years to have that experience before I can apply for most of the jobs that are being advertised, which is obviously quite difficult. Because I think with counselling, one of the things that makes it so difficult and I think a bit unfair is that unlike other industries where, you know, as a doctor or a nurse or even a teacher, as soon as you're qualified, you're ready to work. Like you can graduate yesterday, start working tomorrow. As long as you've graduated and you've done your placement already, you're good to go. For some reason in counseling, it doesn't work that way. They still want you to have even more experience despite the fact that you've done your placement, you've done your due diligence, you have been found to be competent enough to be a counselor and a therapist, you've done placement for 2 years, 3 years, you've got your hours and hours of training, you've done your hours and hours of placement, but yet somehow you're still underqualified. I don't know how that's any different from teaching or being a doctor or being a nurse who goes on placement during their training and then they also get employment as soon as they finish. A lot of jobs consider us not qualified enough until we've had 2 or 3 more years of experience. I don't know what other industries also have that perspective and also have that standard, but in the counselling industry, I think it's just really, really unfair. And I think I already mentioned that in my other video that I think a lot of the jobs, some of the jobs don't really understand how the hierarchy works, how our training works, and what our level of qualification means. So even when they're asking for someone who's accredited or registered, they don't really know the difference and they don't understand that we've actually done enough during our training to work with people. We have been working as counsellors for the past 2-3 years. Only difference is without a registered title and we weren't being paid, but we were doing the exact same job as somebody who's been registered and qualified for 30 years. So that's the job market at the moment. I can't lie, it's really, really terrible. And I'm still job hunting, I'm still looking. I do have a few clients that I see now, so I'm really, really grateful for that. But it doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean that it's easy. So there are other challenges that I face within the private practice itself. So one thing that I was unprepared for that no one really spoke about, or even nothing that I even heard about, was the fact that a lot of people will just inquire but never respond. A lot of people will ask for therapy but never respond to you when you eventually respond to their inquiry. A lot of people will email or even text, depending on if your number's available online or not, and then they'll just never get back to you, of which obviously there are many, many different and sometimes obvious reasons as to why people may not be keen on following through. I wouldn't say it's demotivating, it becomes a bit of exhausting. I think I've had about 8 to 10 people reach out to me, some via text message, some via BACP website, and most of them, when I now respond because they've inquired to me, most of them haven't actually followed through. I think I've only had 2 that I've actually gotten to the stage of having a consultation with me, and one of them did start therapy recently, the other one said no. It's nice to actually have even gotten to a point where we had a consultation, but a lot of people will kind of be like, I'd like to have therapy, and then I'm like, yeah, thank you for reaching out, I saw your inquiry, and would you like to book your consultation, and then never hear back. So that's something that I definitely wasn't prepared for and I didn't know would be the case. I just kind of assumed people who actually reach out will want therapy with you. But of course, like I said, it doesn't offend me. I don't take it personally. I think people have their reasons for not responding. So I'm getting used to that as well. So when you start your private practice, maybe that's something that you can also think about and hopefully be prepared for as well. Something else as well that some people have asked me about is like if I've done BetterHelp or if I've worked with BetterHelp, because they are really, really popular, you know, for kind of being online. And I personally have not worked with them yet. I'm not saying I never will, but the chances of me working with them is very, very low. One being, I heard terrible things about them even before like I became qualified, even just while I was a student, even before then. I've never really heard many good things about them. The few good things I've heard have been through sponsored ads of like YouTubers and social media influencers, of which they're being paid. So it's like, can't really take that as like gospel truth. So I definitely have heard more bad than good about BetterHelp. And in addition to that, some of my colleagues that were on the course with me decided to work for BetterHelp and they all quit. And bearing in mind, all of them graduated in January. So between January and August now, they quit like within a very short space of time. It's not like they were with them from January, but they were with them for maybe a few months, less than 5 months. And all of them have quit. So the feedback that they gave was also quite negative and terrible. So the chances of me going in to see for myself, is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? It's quite unlikely. I'm gonna just take everybody's word for it and just say it's not nice to work there. And if I do ever get to work for them, if I do ever choose to work for them, I will most definitely probably do a video on it and talk about it and explain my experience should I then quit afterwards. But at the moment, it's a no-no. I'm not discouraging anybody else from working for them. I think, of course, if you really want to, or if you feel like you have it good and you're happy there, then of course, why not? Everybody will have different things to say, but personally for me, it's not an option right now. But like I said, if I do, then I'll let you know. I definitely don't regret becoming a therapist. I think this is the first time in my life I've definitely understood that saying, which goes that do something that you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Every time that I have a session with a client, every time that I have to prepare for a session, I do not feel like I'm at work. I do not feel like I'm doing something that I have to do. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, it's time to work. I don't feel like that. Whereas with my other jobs that I've had in the past, I still very much feel like that, where I'm like, oh, I have to go to work. Oh, I have to do this. But with this, it's definitely like, I feel like I'm doing exactly what I was meant to do with my life. And it does not feel like work at all. Money's a bonus. Having the beautiful relationships with my clients is a bonus. Like, but just doing that and knowing like I'm helping somebody and building such a healthy relationship with somebody and helping them to build healthy relationships is so fulfilling in a way that words can't express. So I definitely don't regret it, in the sense that I feel fulfilled. Even though I don't have like the biggest client load, I have less than 5 clients at the moment, but I feel very, very fulfilled, and I'm just excited and looking forward to when I do have a bigger client base. But whether I've got, 5 clients or 15 clients, I don't think my level of fulfillment is going to change necessarily, but I don't regret doing this. I think as I grow my private practice, I'll probably just need a bit more help, a bit more support, and hopefully someday, I'll be able to take on placement students, because I remember actually a while ago somebody asked me like, am I able to do placement for you, like with your organization? I mean, I'm not an organization at the moment, I'm a sole trader, but at some point I will become an organization. But I said no, like I'm not there yet. But I think as I grow, like I'll definitely look to outsource help and even take on placement students. So that's also really exciting stuff, and you guys will definitely probably be the first to know. So yeah, I don't regret it at the moment, and I don't think I ever will, but this is a journey and it's new to me. I'm the only therapist I know besides my colleagues. Like, I don't know anyone in my personal life. It's only people that I've actually studied with that I know as are therapists. So it's definitely been an interesting journey. It's been a hard journey, but now I definitely feel like I'm in the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's just now a matter of building up clientele. But it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like I'm doing life the way I'm supposed to, the way I was meant to, the why I was put on earth. So it's very fulfilling. I don't mean to be, very philosophical and emotional, but I am very, very happy and very grateful. So that's it. It's a bit challenging, but the challenges that I face don't feel overwhelming or negative to the point where I feel like giving up or feeling like I regret what I've chosen to do with my life at all. So look, all good over here. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.